So I'm having a chat with Joseph and Jake of Witherfall. How are you guys?
Great, man.
Yeah, doing well, man.
Good. Great to hear. Now, you've been releasing singles for a fair few months now, but the most recent track we've been playing of yours is Kings and Queens. Tell us a little bit about the single, first of all.
Jake, start it off.
Yeah, well, Kings and Queens, of course, is a Aerosmith song, Aerosmith cover that we've done. I think we've been kicking around the idea of doing this particular track probably since the inception of the band. Joseph, I can probably speak for Joseph that we're both huge Aerosmith fans, and this just happens to be one of their darker tracks. Kind of goes with our whole thing of doing like classic rock songs and kind of making that our own. But I think on this one, we decided to make it a little bit more heavier and kind of more modern.
Yeah, nice, nice. And that's coming off your fourth record, which is out at the end of May. What can we expect to hear on the record?
Yeah, I mean, the this record's probably our most diverse record, even though most of our records are pretty eclectic. But on this record, we wrote ourselves a legit power ballad. I think it took some of the fans by surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it features kind of everything from like 70s R&B, classic rock to death metal, black metal stuff. So it runs the whole, musical gamut for sure, which is just goes back to our ethos of everything we've always wanted to do with this band.
Yeah, when we
yeah.
started this band, we didn't want to be confined to any one genre.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the sound that you've created with this record, was it the plan to do that, or is it simply just how it turned out in the studio?
Well, I think when we set out to write, we never really go in with preconceived notions. We kind of just do it old school and natural. And when Joseph and I get together, we always have a really great chemistry. So it's basically just kind of what we're feeling at that time comes out. We at least to us, we don't think we overthink it if or think it at all. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, for sure. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the writing side of things as well. So for you guys, how do tracks normally start off?
I mean, we approach the writing much like the old school Lennon McCartney thing. So like we're the two songwriters in the band, and we just get together and sit down and show each other ideas until something clicks.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. And with the lyrics side of things as well, how easy do you find it to put lyrics to the music?
It doesn't really work like that. We don't put lyrics to the music. We just write songs, and they kind of formulate organically. Like one element will be written, whether it's a melody or a guitar part or a piano part, or like there's a phrase that might be the hook of the song. Like they all influence each other until the whole building is kind of put together, if that makes any sense.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we might have like a song title that influences. It might be even something that's as simple as like a working title that might trigger some sort of feeling that we might have, and then go off from there. And yeah, it'll all kind of tell its own story.
yeah, great stuff. And I bet you can't wait to be playing these tracks live. You've got some shows coming up in September, but what's your plan for doing some shows?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like everything kind of got messed up with COVID. We had a bunch of tours that were booked and then canceled at the last minute, like how touch and go the pandemic was for the music industry. But we're kind of getting back into the swing of things. We have a new lineup that's really killer, a couple of, great additions. And I think that this record will be a good opportunity to start showcasing what the band can do live.
Yeah, we have a couple festival dates, one in Mexico, one in Germany, and then right now we can announce we have two shows in Spain that'll be headlining shows. So at those ones we'll be able to do a lot of our back catalog as well as the new songs that we're out there trying to promote for Sounds of the Forgotten.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And as you're over here in Europe at the start of start to mid-September. Are you hoping to be booking some more shows around that?
Yeah, we have a couple of things, possible things that might come up. So, maybe if the offers are right, that we'll be over to the UK as well.
Yeah, we played there before with Sonata Arctica back in 2019. So that's the last time we were over there.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, you've probably toured quite a few places now. Where have you not been to yet that you want to get to at some point?
I would say like South America. We've been to Japan. Australia would be cool too. We've definitely done, but more parts of Europe would be cool. We've done a few countries over there, but certainly not all of them. But South America, Latin America would be a really cool one. The fans out there seem pretty rabid, so that would be quite fun shows.
Yeah, I've heard good things. And as the record is a month away, it's already finished. It's already done. Have you put thoughts towards record 5 yet?
Yes, we've been writing. We actually were writing during the making of Sounds of the Forgotten. Like, we never stopped writing.
Yeah, yeah. We just wrapped up a session probably a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles. So we always have stuff. We had quite a few ideas too that were during Sounds of Forgotten that, frankly, I mean, you can only make so big of a vinyl, before it starts not making a lot of sense. So there's some pretty cool stuff that we kind of just left for the next record. Some wild prog stuff that I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, are you always happy to consider tracks that don't make the previous record next time round, or do you have to tinker with them a little bit more to make sure they work for the next release?
No, it's weird because, like, we don't really we don't try to finish anything that isn't going to be on the next record. It's not like we have like completed songs.
Mm.
Like, they were just like the germs of ideas, you know, and we know that what the record is that we're working on, this is not for that record. So we just kind of put it on the back burner. We don't have like a catalog of songs that we haven't released. We kind of like treat records like being at a restaurant and ordering a la carte. Like, we don't order stuff to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for example, it would be something as simple as like working on the pre-production of the Sounds of Forgotten, and then coming up with, hey, oh shit, here's stumbled upon this idea. Then we'll jot it down, maybe work on it a little bit, but then be like, well, we got to finish up sound. So that's what I mean by that. We to our fans out there too, Other Side of Fear, which was off our previous release, Curse of Autumn. Same thing kind of happened with that during Prelude to Sorrow. We had some ideas with that, and then we just ended up finishing it for Curse. So it's not like Joseph was saying, it's not like we have like full songs that are like, oh well, this wasn't as strong as the other ones, we'll just kick it to the side and do that. We never do that. We'd rather just toss the whole entire idea.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even finish anything that we don't absolutely, like have a hard on for, if that makes any sense. It's like, we're not writing like filler songs and going, yeah, like that other song's better.
Right.
I don't know how people do that. Like,
Yeah,
like abort the child before the fucking ninth trimester. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, guys. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
All righty, man. Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, man.